Hello, everyone, and welcome to our first ever exciting episode of the Beast Body team. I'm Sahib, and today I'm absolutely thrilled to share some incredible news with you all. I'm excited to announce the upcoming release of my fitness book, Mind, Muscle, and Motion, Your Ultimate Fitness Blueprint. This book is set to launch worldwide on the 10th of December 2024, and it'll be available on Amazon, Kindle, Booktopia, Scribd, and hundreds of other platforms, you name it. Mind, Muscle, and Motion is a comprehensive guide that brings together the best of fitness, science, practical workouts, and motivational insights to help you transform your body and mind. Whether you're just starting out on your fitness journey or you're looking to take your training to the next level, this book has something for everyone. I can't wait for you to dive into this blueprint and start seeing the amazing results for yourself. So mark your calendars for the 10th of December and get ready to elevate your fitness game. Follow us on Instagram, the Beast Body Team. Stay tuned for more updates. Once again, let's welcome you all to our first very podcast of the Beast Body Team. Today, we've got a fantastic lineup for you. I'm thrilled to introduce our incredible guests, some of the talented athletes in the bodybuilding, men's physique, and the boxing game. From breaking records to inspiring millions of you, these champions have done it all. They've defied the odds and come out victorious as champions. Before I start introducing each athlete, if you still haven't followed us on Instagram, hit the button below and follow us on Instagram, the Beast Body Team. I would like to briefly introduce these guys. My first guest being Haris Mehboob, also known as PT Haris, who's also a men's physique champion and further went on to fulfill his dream of owning his own gym, Anytime Fitness at St. Paul's Cathedral. My second guest, Jahangir Bangesh, also known as Jay. He's a force to be reckoned with on the bodybuilding stage. He boasts a massive frame that lives up to his nickname, Jay. And my third guest is a beautiful bodybuilder in a world where gender stereotypes persist. Ivona, also known as Evie. As a female athlete, she stands out as a trailblazer. You want to say hi to the camera? And now lastly, my new favorite. I'm absolutely pumped to introduce my fourth guest, a powerhouse in the world of boxing. Please give a warm welcome to Patrice. This incredible athlete has taken the ring by storm with relentless determination, jaw-dropping skills, and an inspiring journey that's captured the hearts of fans everywhere. So from knockout victories to championship titles, Patrice has proven time and again why he's a champion. So we're in for an exciting conversation as we dive into their careers, training regimen, and what's fueling their fire. Stay tuned, guys. Guys, to start with, especially with our first guest, Haris. Just Haris, a little bit about yourself. Like, can you tell us about your journey into men's physique competition? What initially drew you to the sport?
I think I never thought about going to bodybuilding and stuff. Like when I just started, it was more about just looking after yourself and health. And then suddenly just kept adding on more and more. And then you just start the journey. It's like with everyone. You don't really plan it with everything. Obviously, you get in there because I'd never thought, I can actually go and do bodybuilding. Like, especially the Asian guys, you don't really see them doing as much. So it was always, obviously, I built up the interest and I was like, I want to look into it because it's obviously I found it really inspiring. So when I got into it and I done my first show, I still remember like,
that was South Coast, right? The first show was South Coast, yes, Brighton, the biggest show.
I think you were competing as well.
Yes,
and Jay was there as well.
We all were there together, yes.
So that was, I feel like I really enjoyed that show.
And I think you got 3 trophies in there. 3 or 2?
No, I've won my class, and I think it was his first show. I went for the overall as well, but I didn't win the overall, but I won my class for men's physique. But yeah, it was, I still remember the show was, it was probably the, like,
full pack,
like
it was exciting, yeah.
So yeah, it was when I did the first show, then I just believed in myself. I ended up winning with the first show. So it kind of boosted that confidence, like I can actually do this. It's not something rocket science, like, you see it, everyone's doing it and be like, it's not for me. And yeah, so then just started from there and then now we look back.
Do you guys relate to that? Your first ever show, your first ever show?
A little bit, yes, 100%, yeah. My first ever show was, I was very nervous. Yeah, unlike Haris, I didn't win my first show. But which is, I think, why it drove me so much further and harder to do well, because I started with the L, and that has, I was so determined.
I would say it was just like,
it was an experience. I still got to the experience.
I still remember when he he came to Pure Gym. We done a few sessions, and then next minute I see him on the stage, and I was surprised. I was like, I didn't even know he was gonna compete. He was gonna compete.
1 minute I had a belly, next minute I've got 6 packs on the stage. But
and then I saw him doing it, and I was like, you know what, I can do it too.
so in a way, I've kind of inspired him.
Yeah, no, we all inspire each other. Man. It's just you always learn and grow from each other.
Yeah, so in a lot of times we can relate to him. Yeah.
And how do you even manage it? You have a gym now, mashallah. You know, you were always talking about it, that you always wanted to have your own gym, and now obviously.
I think that was one of the biggest dreams I had, like to have my own gym, which alhamdulillah achieved. But it doesn't stop there, because that's where the real challenge starts. Like you take over the gym, open a gym. We come from the background of training and PTing and stuff, but managing a place and running a staff, it's never easy. But I picked it up. I like to be challenged, like, because that keeps me going. You know, the drive needs to be there. If you keep doing the same thing, you can't get different results. You have to do something different if you're gonna achieve your goals. So I think that really helped me. And then just about like I don't look into the way like, oh, you know, if I don't get it, that's a failure. I take it. If it's meant for me, let it be. If it's not, take it away from me. That's what I take it as. And I just never believed on like doing anything different. It just all I had to do is just grind, and then
I've seen you grind a lot. Yeah.
When it's your time, when it's your time, it will happen. So it's just no matter what goals you have, just keep it going. And then if it's meant for you, just believe in it. If something doesn't happen, don't let it get to you. Because a lot of people, they get disheartened, like, oh, something didn't go their way, and then they give up, or they
might quit a bit too early.
Especially with fitness, you see how many people start the journey. Like I see so many people coming into the fitness industry, and then they last for a few months, and they disappear. Because at the start you find it easier, because obviously like you're motivated, but when it hits you, that's where you need to know how badly you want it. True. And if your dream's not paying for you, then it's not really your dream, because then you got to make sure your dream works. And if you really want something, you will make it happen. I
like what you just said. If your dream doesn't pay for you, know, wow, that's a strong statement. Yeah. Patrice, how about yourself? How's your getting into boxing?
Very similar, to be fair. Obviously, at first you sort of never expect to do what you do. But then sort of growing up, my cousin, brother, sort of, they used to box. And then sort of when I was young, my dad sort of just made me start training. And then obviously I started competing. And then I was about sort of 12 when I had my first fight. And obviously won. Yeah.
That's young.
That's amazing, isn't it?
And then I just carried on. And then I was sort of like 18 fights, sort of undefeated. And then I took my first loss. But then I feel like that's what sort of made me who I am, because you sort of learn from it.
Yeah. How old are you now?
22.
22. And how many fights have you had until now?
I've had about 87 now. Yeah,
wow,
87.
Crazy.
Won about 80. So
80. Yeah. So out of 87, you won 80 fights.
And then
I think you grow with every fight you do. So
100%.
Like,
just like mentally and physically, you sort of get stronger.
And where do you train? Do you train in West London?
Yeah, so originally I started boxing in Leicester, and then I moved to London, and then been boxing at Acton, Power Day Hooks. And then I got on Team GB at age 18.
That's amazing.
So ever since then, I've been sort of training in Sheffield back and forth. So
it must be long for you, because if Sheffield's far.
Like, it's a long drive. Forward. So every week we sort of 3 hours there, 3 hours back. So it's not easy, but obviously it's the sacrifice.
It will pay off at the end of it.
Nothing good come easy, so you got to put the work in for
that.
Exactly,
100%.
So you go there every week? Or?
Every week. So every Monday I go up there, and then every Thursday I come back. So it's just every week, back and forth.
You were out of the country, I think, last 2 weeks ago. When
I saw I was in the European Championship, so I had 5 fights there and came back with a European silver medal.
Oh,
so,
congratulations, man.
Thank you, bro. So that was a great experience. Sort of really fighting the best in Europe, and then obviously coming out second. Amazing. So it was
What's your future plan?
My future plan is obviously hopefully do Commonwealth Games, win sort of a world title in the amateurs, potentially do the Olympics hopefully, and then sort of turn pro, and then just from there sort of win a few belts and obviously aim for the top.
I think that's a big platform for you. If you manage to achieve that, then you put your name out there.
Yeah,
and that's
definitely.
what you really get.
Hopefully you'll get there. Your training. What's your typical day in training like?
So when we're up Sheffield, so it's sort of like a strict routine. So we have to wake up at 7 every morning, check our weight. So we're not allowed to be sort of super overweight. We have a 5% limit, and then we go for a run at 7:30. and then come back, sort of have breakfast, whatever, and then another session around 12, and then sort of come back, chill out, and then another session around 3, 4. Every day, sort of train 3 times a day, and then have a day off. So
what, 7 days training
so
continuous?
6 days training continuous, and then 1 day off. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Amazing.
Yeah.
That's hard work. it makes the bodybuilding looks easy.
Yeah.
How many
But
times
it's
do you
the
like
same
to
thing
train?
when you compete.
We
for a
train
show.
once a day. Yeah.
Once a day. Is it?
Yeah. When you're off season, we train once a day. But when you're competing,
Maybe twice a day.
depending on what stage you're in, maybe
Yeah.
you have to chip in an extra session a day.
Yeah.
I think prepping for anything, either a fight or a show, is never easy.
No,
You gotta
it's
make
never
sure.
easy.
I
Like,
think
everyone will do it
it's-
if it's
yeah.
easy.
It's based on your conditioning, what conditioning you're in.
Yeah.
Like if you're overweight, you might have to train a bit extra.
Yeah.
Same as us. If you're
Yeah.
holding
Yeah.
a little bit of
Yeah.
extra
We need
fat,
extra cardio.
we do that extra cardio session.
So it's
I
just
think
morning cardio sessions, yeah. that we
it
come for.
relates, yeah.
But I feel like no matter what you do, you still gotta put the work in which
Yeah.
you do. So it doesn't,
100%.
you can't just be like, oh, someone's blessed, because
Yeah.
hard work always beats the talent. So if you're putting the work in, doesn't matter if you're not there. Like you can start anywhere. Like that's what I believe in. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't matter where you start from,
Yeah.
but just keep going, and then your time has come. So
You might be surprised how far you can go.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Evie, what's your plan now for the future? in
My plan for the
bodybuilding?
future, just keep growing. It's
growing.
been amazing.
Any
Keep
more-
growing, not physically only, mentally. Help other people and try to.
So remember you when you came to the gym as like you were just doing training.
I
and
was
then-
just literally
Yeah.
losing baby weight still.
Yeah.
So this is amazing. 4 years ago, I just was losing baby weight, and now I've got the champion
It's a
titles.
long way
yeah,
you've
it's
come.
amazing.
Long way.
man.
I
It's a
think
blast.
I have been the most impressed with your progressions because
Yeah.
we've seen you from
Thank
day
you.
one,
yeah.
and it's.
I haven't
crazy.
stopped. Listen, the first deadlift I got 2019, end of 2019. That was it.
Yeah.
I
You know
never
what?
stopped.
You know what I'm waiting for? I'm waiting for him to get on stage.
Yeah,
Jay.
come on.
Yeah.
It's been long.
Come on, Jay.
It's coming next
It's
year.
been long.
Inshallah,
Next year, yeah.
Inshallah,
Okay.
yeah.
Harris,
it's-
for yourself, you're
it's-
gonna stand on stage again?
I wouldn't want to put a lot of pressure on myself just for the sake of, a lot of people just be like, do you go to the shows and back to backs? I think it's because obviously, yeah, it's about yourself, but you don't really get anything out of return unless it's, there's, I personally feel like do it when your time is right. You need to have a right mindset.
Absolutely.
You need to be able to obviously, like, your work routine, everything needs to be, in place. You can't put too much pressure on yourself just for the sake of, I need to compete.
No, because
and
you
then
won't
that's
work.
why it can't, because when the people do your shows, yeah, you win the shows, whatever happens, and it just, puts them down. Or, you be like, okay, what's next? Because there's nothing else after that. I think there's other thing I will probably add, like, we need to somehow.
I think what you're trying to say is you need to do it for yourself, not for people.
Oh,
Oh
absolutely.
yes, of
That's
course,
always-
absolutely,
That's
absolutely.
my
Expectations.
mindset.
And I feel
always.
like there's no return from bodybuilding much as we should be. Like, if you see athletes, boxers or
Yeah.
footballers or whatever athletes do, they're putting the same thing, but when it comes to bodybuilding, like, we don't get as much, appreciation, like, or exposure, like, how the other athletes get. And that's what probably gets, there's so much potential. There's like, we can expand it a lot more.
Do you think it's extra hard work that we have to put in all the
Yeah,
time?
because you don't really get anything returned, and you have to keep grinding. You put
Yeah.
so much time, money, effort, everything. You sacrifice a lot of things.
Yes.
Like, I'm sure everyone here who compete, they will
Yeah.
know like how much you have to sacrifice.
Oh my God, so much.
Yeah, so
so much.
I think
So worth it,
passion.
though.
In simple
Worth
terms,
it.
we're not rewarded fairly for our hard
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
yeah.
What about boxing? Is that
Very
the same?
similar, to be fair, because
Yeah?
obviously the sacrifices, you're sort of always away from family, always away from friends, but it's the life you sort of got to live in it.
Of course,
so if
yeah,
you don't
yeah,
sacrifice,
yeah.
you don't really achieve.
You have to, yeah.
So at first, like you were saying, so like you feel like you're not getting the reward, but I feel like when you look at the bigger picture and stuff, like the end goal is always massive.
Yes.
So as long as you keep sort of grinding, pushing and achieving, sort of, obviously there'll be ups and downs, but as long as you sort of keep going, keep pushing.
Absolutely, there are always going to be ups and downs.
Yeah.
You see, because your vision, I might not understand it,
Yeah.
but you understand that really well. And if you think you can see it, you can 100% achieve it.
100%.
And to become so, hopefully, inshallah, you become a a
Inshallah.
champion one day. But even
Don't
to
forget us, yeah. Remember, you find podcast with us.
First ever podcast.
even to be that champion, you have to really hustle. You have to grind. You have to put
be
in those
relentless.
hours, and
100%.
without that, you're not going to get there. You see, it's not an overnight journey.
No, definitely, it's just
It might take years.
Yeah,
You never know.
Exactly.
To reach on to positions like Anthony Joshua
Yeah.
or all these great boxers. You have to grind it.
Yeah, 100%. It's true.
And that goes for all of us the
And
same
you know,
way, you see.
I've looked at. I came across a stat. I don't know where it was, but there's only 5% people that make it in majority of the professions, sports, whatever you want. If it's a business, 95% business fails and 5% succeeds. If it's athletes, I'm sure you have now how many boxers alongside you.
Yeah.
Not all of them are going to be world champion because it can only be one world champion. So to be in that
Survival of the
5%,
fittest.
yeah, to be in it, within that 5%, you need to grind. You need to be relentless and.
What you're doing, so it's
Yeah,
keep the
we
work
just
going,
need to keep going. That's
Yeah,
it.
they're just
That's
doing what we
for
do.
all of us. Even
Yeah.
bodybuilding. I think bodybuilding is even less. Probably 1%.
It's the same thing there
True.
with obviously peating, and then so many people come in. 95% they don't work.
100%.
They don't last more than 6 months.
No,
it's true.
Because this when things get serious,
Yeah.
they give up. They're like, it's too much.
Out of comfort
It's-
zone,
yeah,
they're running.
Yeah, so
And that's the magic happens,
yeah,
literally.
so I think gym really, same thing with you as well. Like, it kind of defines you as a person. Like how strong you become as a mindset. Like, you know,
Absolutely.
and I think it takes it as a therapy. Like, it helped me a lot in my life, where I just looked in the gym and then I felt like doing something for myself, and then. Because you're doing something for yourself, you feel good by yourself. When you feel good by yourself, you're gonna be thinking about positive things around you. Because obviously, if you let yourself go and you just letting yourself go, and then you see in the mirror and you just like you look shit,
100%.
and then you just like it gets to you, and your everything changes. Your mood swings.
It's your mindset, right?
It's a
your
mindset,
mindset.
like you said in the book as well. Like, you know, you just talk about your mindset. If you had the right mindset, you will go into the right direction.
Yeah,
You know,
always. The mindset need to be set.
And I
Otherwise,
think
there's-
the being healthy in the gym will help you in the outside world as well.
It gives you a lot of
100%, yeah.
confidence.
100%.
A lot.
So-
You know, do you guys know Grant Cardone?
no.
Grant Cardone. So he's a sales legend, you know.
Okay.
And he's got 10x rules, and one of them says there's no so I'll compare it to the bodybuilding industry or anything that you want to achieve.
Yeah.
There's no shortage of money in the world out there, but
Yeah.
there's shortage of people who go for it.
Yeah.
So the same thing, there's no shortage of success out there, but it's the kind of people that actually go for it.
people are comfortable. That's where it's people are
Yeah.
comfortable. Like,
Yeah.
Nothing happens in comfort. There's no
it's
time.
like I see so many people wants to do the same thing with they see or they have such a great potential, but they never come out of comfort zone. Like we see so many athletes, they look amazing, and if they went on stage, they would have done really well. But it's just confidence. They just like never believe themselves, and then I feel you should not really base your life on other people's opinion, and they care about other people's opinions, but more than anything else.
Yeah.
And they never come out of the shell, and then they always live in the shell. So I feel, you know, it's the main thing is just not just a mindset, but you got to prioritize yourself. Don't worry about other people, what they think and what they suggest.
You have to be a little bit selfish. Like even in your boxing world, I'm sure you must have seen so many people, and they talk about success, or you know, they want to be amazing boxers, but they don't grind for that.
No,
You know, and the
100%.
same thing goes for bodybuilding
Yeah.
too. When they look at us with six packs when we are competing, but they've been coming to the gym for
But they
5-6
they
years?
tell themselves like,
Yeah.
it's probably
Yeah.
genetics or whatever.
It's always
just
genetics,
give it
right?
Like that.
They're in
It's
denial.
always.
In denial. They don't want to accept the fact
Yeah.
is like you gotta
Hard
put the work
work.
in, hard work. Like if someone's going in, showing themselves and coming out of the comfort zone, it's not easy. Either fighting or competing, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, it takes a lot. It doesn't matter what show you're doing. You know, you gotta be ready for the show. And then they've never done it themselves, but they'll be your biggest
Just talking,
critics,
innit?
like
So-
telling you what to do.
Oh yeah,
No,
that's
true.
a funny story when people tell me, "Oh, I can tell you how you need to lose body fat," and I'm like, "Really?" I mean,
To you.
Yeah, they haven't probably done
I
it
mean, it's
themselves,
like,
and it's like
listen, I think
you
I've
need
got
to
a
go
few-
yourself first.
What qualification gives you to tell me what to do?
Especially I've done like many competition already, championship behind me, and you're gonna tell me exactly what
I
I'm
mean,
supposed
fair
to
enough
do.
if they're a coach or they're ex-bodybuilder or they've achieved something in life in the same field, but if they're from a completely different field, it's like imagine a mechanic telling a doctor how to write a prescription medication. Like, it makes no sense.
Exactly.
The thing is, you always learn from everyone. Like, but it depends how they come across.
Yeah,
if they're coming to help you or they're coming to tell you,
They try
like
to be-
you don't know. So
Yeah.
it's a different scenario how you come across someone. So
See, that's what brings me on to the topic of diet, you know, where what you eat inside the kitchen can be shown outside.
Of course, yeah.
And people don't understand that, you see. People think just by training, you get your body. It doesn't come like that. Your
No.
6-packs don't come like that.
No, the 1 hour training is nothing.
The 6-packs
That's
are built
nothing.
in the kitchen. for
Absolutely.
sure.
The 24 hours
Yeah.
outside the gym, what matters and makes you different.
True.
Yeah, what change you. Not many people people hide, they cheat, they eat wherever they want, they complain, they don't change.
Do you guys believe in summer body?
Summer body.
No.
Anything, I would not say no to anything. Whatever works for you, do it. Some people can do it for like just for the holidays. They can use it. Anything gets you results. Doesn't matter. You could have your own reason for why you're doing the competing. I can have my own reason as long as it drags you out and then get you to work and get you the results. Do whatever it takes.
I think if it's used as a motivation supplement, then fair enough. But there's no such thing as summer body for me personally. It's a whole year-round thing. You need to be consistent throughout the year. But like you said, if it's for somebody who's specific and they have a goal, like they can use it as a holiday plan or whatever it is, because in summer obviously
But
they get to show off.
It's really the
can
main
be used,
main
yeah.
thing is a goal.
Yeah.
If we're
Yeah.
competing for a show, we have a goal that this is the date, this is where we need to be ready. Or sometimes it's always good to have a goal, so then you can. We're never going to
work
push that
towards
much.
certain
Yeah,
time.
you can work towards something. To just,
It also puts you under a little bit of pressure because if there's no goal, there's no
plan.
there's no plan, there's no
Yeah.
pressure to get it by certain.
There's no
date.
actions,
You have
yeah.
unlimited time.
You're never going to be hungry enough.
It's like you have a homework in school and the teacher tells you take as long as you
Yeah,
want.
of course you're
and
not
get
gonna do
done.
it.
How many of us will complete that homework?
No,
It
literally
takes
no.
forever.
Yeah,
But say even
true.
for yourself, I mean, how do you? So as we are just speaking about all of these goals, but how do you stay focused to achieve those goals?
I think being sort of a like amateur boxer and being on Team GB, we're sort of competing all year round. So this year, like myself, I've had 16 fights. So we've sort of always got to be in the gym, always training. And then the ones that sort of aren't doing it and aren't sort of pushing themselves, it shows in a fight when it really comes down to it. So
Of
I feel
course,
like
yes.
you've got to have that hunger and sort of discipline to sort of just keep going, keep motivating yourself. Sometimes like there's days all of you probably wake up and feel like, oh, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
But they're the
Yeah,
days you
we
sort of
have
just
them.
got to push through it.
I don't. I honestly don't.
She's a Terminator.
Yeah, she's an addict.
Feel my Terminator.
She's a machine.
yeah.
She's not human.
Built different.
But do you ever get distracted? Any of you guys?
There's distraction all the
Yeah.
time, everywhere. There's
But
distraction.
I think I
choose
will add
how
one thing
you
you said:
act.
the hunger. The
Yeah.
hunger is the main drive.
Yeah.
If you're hungry enough, you'll get results. If you're competing, if you're going for it, it's you gotta have the fire and hunger in
Yeah.
you to be able to get the results. Like someone could have probably maybe a bit 4 abs or 2 abs, whatever. They'd be
Yeah.
happy with that.
Yeah.
So it depends how hungry you are.
Yeah.
If you're hungry
True.
enough, you will get it to what level you want
Yeah.
it.
As they say, it's not what you want, it's how bad you want it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly, that's
How
what it
bad
is.
you
And then
want
hunger
Exactly.
defines you as a person. How
Definitely.
hungry you are to get results.
Yeah.
And I'll add to that point as well. I think it all depends on your standards of goals and success.
Yeah.
Success is measured in different ways for every single person. Maybe for that person A, the success is getting 2 abs, and that was his goal.
Yeah.
So always set your goals higher than you can achieve.
Yeah. 100%.
If you set your goals to 2 abs, you're gonna get to 2 abs and stop.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
probably don't want to get to it. you after you doing,
2 abs.
you'll have 1 ab for sure.
Yeah, I think everybody's born with that.
Me and Jay were talking about this, and so what we are now is 5 or 10 years ago, this is what we wanted to be. So you set up a goal, and then when you reach that goal, so today you are that person, but you don't realize you've actually
We
become
don't.
that
Yeah.
person.
I still don't realize what I've
Yeah.
done actually.
You see?
Yeah.
So
I
But
still
some,
don't.
but some years ago behind, when you look at it, this is what you wanted to be.
It's true.
you
It's
know?
like when I was
You
younger,
dreamt
to
of
be
being
fair,
this.
yeah, like you look at Anthony Joshua and all them when they were on Team GB, you
Yeah.
feel like, oh, I want to be him. I wish I was on Team GB. Now I'm on Team
Now you're
GB.
there.
It's like
There
you
go.
forget, like when you was younger, this is what you were dreaming for. But I feel
Yes.
like as humans, we're never sort of satisfied. We always
Never.
want more and more
Never
and more.
satisfied.
Never.
But I'm
But you
very,
gotta give.
yeah.
Don't forget to give credit to yourself
Yeah.
as well. Same
Yeah.
time,
It's
So that-
important.
It's
Yeah.
really important.
I'm missing
Otherwise,
out on this a
You
lot.
you could be achieving so many things, but you'll be miserable.
Yeah.
So as long as you know what you're doing, like I said,
you need to celebrate your wins.
Yeah, 100%.
And keep that focus.
don't
to the
celebrate
end
too
goal.
much.
Yeah, no. Like I said, keep that focus to the end goal.
It's
but
all about balance.
Celebrate your
Balance,
little wins,
yeah.
of course. That's what will keep you motivated and keep you going.
Yeah, it's like in boxing. To be fair, like my dad, he always says like celebrate your wins, but don't get overheaded, because especially in boxing, you can be the best in the world, but one loss and you can go back to the bottom. So you've always got to stay level-headed.
Many careers.
Yeah.
What is your strongest point?
My strongest point, I think, is just my hunger. Sort of, I'm always in the gym, so my coaches are telling me have a rest, because rest is important. But I sort of never rest. I'm always just going.
So rest in the grave, yeah.
Yeah, literally.
I'm kind of the same.
Don't put me in a grave already.
Never rest.
That's what we rest.
I was supposed to rest after my last 2 months. I finished my show. I was supposed to rest for a week. I promised myself, and on Tuesday I was back in the gym.
I
You can't have rest. You can't, because
I told you you're a machine.
I'm
You don't
breathing
need
with
rest.
it. I just breathe. I just make me really
but
happy.
it's just become a lifestyle. You
It is
can't. You
lifestyle.
feel like something missing in your life.
definitely.
Like, you have to.
I thought to myself, if I really want to go to the gym
Well,
and
like
train,
this
let
guy,
me go. That's it.
You know
Let's
about
go.
Harris, yeah, even when he goes on holidays, he's pumping there too.
Yeah.
Always.
So his holidays-
train, like it's your lifestyle. So
Yeah,
when we're not
yeah.
doing it for short term, it's just it becomes like you don't think
It's a
about
breathing
sleeping, you don't think about
literally.
eating.
Yeah.
Same thing, you don't think about training. It's just part of your life, and then
Yeah.
you gotta take it that way.
I've
Whatever
always
makes you
told this
happy.
to everybody, like, try to fall in love with training.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Because
what I
if
do.
you do it for a goal, it will become like a chore. Like, if you're actually in love with it, you will train to enjoy the process. The results are just a bonus.
Yeah.
But I think people, when they feel like, when we say we love the training, it doesn't mean that we have to go easy. People thinking like, come to the gym, and then the trainer was like, this is hard, I don't want to do this. They're thinking like, love probably means it's easy.
Yeah.
you
No,
come
no,
in,
no,
so,
no, no. Then we
you
push
know,
even
you have
harder.
to, you know,
Every inch
it's a
of pain
different type of
is-
love.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
the pain that you love the pain, I would say.
I think I said I love myself so much, so that's why I keep doing it, because I love myself so much. So I look after my body. I look after the nutrition day and day and day. So
Would
I
you
think-
ever stop?
No.
Never say stop, you know.
Say what stop? I don't know that word.
Jay, would you ever stop?
No, I can't stop.
No?
I think even for my mental health, if I stop,
That's the
I think
main
I
thing,
will lose the plot maybe.
What about competing? Are you going to stop competing, or are you going to still compete?
Competing, I will compete until I can be at the top. And we go with the our profession is bodybuilding, and age is a big factor. So as long as my body can handle competing at a top level, I will compete, and then we'll see what life brings.
You think you can still handle it, yeah?
Of course, yeah. We're still young. Come on.
All of us can.
We're all young.
I mean,
You know, you got masterclass. You got
Listen, yeah.
Doesn't matter, still a class.
we're
You
very
got no way out.
we're very close to the masterclass. You know that masterclass is 35 plus.
Yes, I'm already in masters too.
So we're not far off the masterclass.
Is that what you're waiting for?
Maybe it might be easy win.
I've got one riddle for you guys, yeah?
Okay.
It's a funny one.
Okay, tell us.
What can you not eat in breakfast?
Okay.
There are two things you
Breakfast.
can't eat in breakfast. Two things you can't eat in breakfast.
Lunch and dinner.
Ah, good one.
He's heard that before. There's no way he came up with that
I
quick.
swear. But it's common sense, isn't it? Breakfast, lunch, dinner, two things.
things.
No, but you've heard that before.
No, I swear to God, I haven't.
But some people wake up at 4 o'clock, whatever.
Yeah.
That's the lunch for them. That's not breakfast.
But what about
So you
like
can-
bodybuilders and
So
that?
wait.
Go on.
So in a brunch, so you can technically have lunch.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I asked for breakfast.
Yeah.
But what time is your breakfast? If I wake up
Okay,
at
okay,
12
one more
Yeah,
for you.
go on.
What gets more wetter after you dry yourself?
Towel.
Oh,
He's heard that one. He's heard that one. He answered before you even finished.
I had to get one right.
It's not in a matter of time. Like, you're gonna, it's riddles. He knows, like,
Bro,
he's just
I-
gone through so many of
I
them.
couldn't wait for him to finish.
So you should have just said it to me before. I knew the answer.
No, but I wanted you to finish the question so it makes you look real. Like I'm
Guys,
just
do you wanna ask me anything about my book?
Yeah, let's talk about your book. Like,
Yeah,
that's why
I
we
mean,
not
that's
too
what we
much.
I
came in
think
for.
this is pretty much was just talk about us, but now talk about
Let's
like
talk
what
about
made you
Yeah.
write the book.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
what was the
where did it
initial
come from?
inspiration behind writing the book?
Because you don't
It
just
was-
wake up one day and think,
was
oh,
a
let me
dream.
write a book. So.
Okay.
It was a dream always having my own book. Because I used to write poems before.
Okay.
Yeah, this was a long time ago.
Nice.
And I always thought, obviously, because, all of us, we've seen Arnold Schwarzenegger, all these actors, Phil Heath, everyone. So the first time I ever read a bodybuilding book was the autobiography of Arnold Schwarzenegger. If you guys remember, the big fat
Yeah,
one,
yeah.
with all the workouts and
I have
everything
it,
is
yeah.
there. So that's when the inspiration started, you see. And then, funny enough, I started writing this about, I think 3 years ago. Yeah, almost about 3 years ago. A lot of editing, whatever comes to
I
your
want to
mind.
add one thing, like, because obviously when you read that book, like, you know, back in the days, books were quite big, like people were used to go.
Oh,
into it.
yes.
So obviously it's amazing, like you still managed to have the hunger now as well to write a book where not many people are into
Hold the book in
like
hand.
books anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm still old
so
school
it's-
that way. I'm
Yeah,
still old
that's
school.
probably
I
I'll
have my
say.
own small
Which is
library
good.
in my
Like,
house.
not many people doing it. They
Yeah.
see on internet, they see whatever they read, whatever. Not many people actually get into the book. So for you to come in, even that time it was obviously quite big, but everyone was writing books and everything. Now I just feel like
Yeah.
to be
You
managed
see
to
so
able to
many
do now-
online books and
Yeah.
everything.
to be able to do that now
Yeah.
is amazing, because you need to have a lot of determination. Like, you know, you need to really put yourself out there to write. Because if I want to write a book, then it just, you know, especially now, like not many people are into it. So to be able to still go and then
Yeah.
follow the dream you had, you had in.
This is after
I mean-
hours, you see. I mean, once you finish work, then you just sit down with your laptop, you jot down whatever comes in your mind. There would be even times where I'm sleeping in the night. And not actually sleeping, but just laying in my bed, and where I would think
Thinking about
of
it.
something. I would go down, open my laptop, jot
Write
things
it
down. But you know, the most difficult part about a book is aligning the chapters. That is the most difficult part. And can you guess, for me, what was the most difficult part in the whole book? And I took your advice on this too when we were thinking of the names. So it's the name of the book.
Is it?
Okay.
That's what I was going to ask.
Yeah.
How did you come up with the
Yeah,
title?
the name of the book. So it was basically me and Jay.
Yeah.
And I remember sending him a WhatsApp chat
Yeah,
where I
I
gave him a
remember
couple of names.
Yeah.
And then what he did is he combined I think the first one with the fifth or the sixth
Yeah.
name. And that's how we came up with the name.
It's an awesome title.
Yeah.
I think we did a good job.
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
And you know, I stopped writing this book. I didn't even complete it until about 2 years ago or 1.5 years ago or something. I just stopped it completely in the middle. I think on the 19th or the 20th month.
Because I remember you was telling me, like,
And I stopped
you
it.
always are into so many things. So I think
Yeah.
it's hard to find a time.
Too much on the head.
And I stopped it. But then one of my friend, his name is Azza, and he lives in Mumbai. And he wrote a book called Eat Cake and Lose Weight.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a good book. Yeah,
Interesting title.
Yeah, Eat Cake and Lose
Very
Weight. Yeah, that was his
interesting
book. And that was my inspiration. That was it, like, oh wow, now I have to complete my book.
But a
And
lot of
within
peop-
2 months I completed.
But the thing is, a lot of people, when they're writing a book, they're not actually writing it. They talk about it, and then someone else do it for them.
Yeah.
So it makes it easier. So when you have to
For
do
me,
everything
every single
yourself,
word was by myself.
so that's what makes it harder for
See,
you to do
the
that.
thing is, you know, it doesn't have to come just from here. It has to come from here, your heart.
Always.
Yeah,
from the
your
heart.
word that you're putting in there. Like if you see, you know, one of my favorite chapters, I mean, all my chapters are favorite, but one of them is, I think on page number 42, and I think it says, what is the secret of a summer body, if I'm not mistaken. What is the secret behind a summer body? This was like a movie that I've written, so it features you and me in there.
Okay.
Yeah,
good to know.
It was so. This is basically where don't take it the wrong way, because it's got a double meaning. Where I imagined him sitting on a beach with his 6-packs. That's how the chapter starts. yeah. That is how the chapter starts. He's
So
sitting
are
on a
you just
beach.
imagining, or you want to see him as well?
But that's what it is. So if you see the book on the first
Yeah.
page is his picture, and that's where it's an imaginary J where he's sitting and there are girls playing volleyball, and then there's
Typical scenario for you.
old couple over there and who are looking at Jay, and then they're thinking, oh wow, once upon a time we used to be like that, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, we want to
And
be like
he's
that.
and he's having his ice cream or coconut water, I think, in there, and then
Something healthy, of
and
course.
then what happens is, you know, the girls start walking towards him when they look at him, and then there's one kid.
Don't tell me you write in the book.
Huh?
Don't tell
Is
me you
that
write
all
this
in
in
the
the
book?
book.
Yeah, this is in the book. I'm not joking. This is in the book. And then suddenly, so this is what Jay is thinking now. All the girls are coming towards him, all the hot girls and everything, and he's sitting there. And then the ice cream in his hand, it spills.
Okay.
And then Jay opens his eyes.
And it was a dream.
That's it. It was a dream.
So that's how the whole
Wow, you
chapter
just
is about.
ruined
You know? So it was like a... But it's funny, I've
yeah,
kept
this is
a
nice
few
ice cream.
humorous things in there. And
That's nice. That's
basically, you can call it a little bit of a desi book too, because your science now accepts garlic ginger, spinach. But we Asians and Middle Easterns, and
all
I
the
don't know,
spices,
but
it helps you so much to
we
lose weight.
have been having this for years and years and years, and it's just now that science talks about it. But we've been doing this for ages, right? And in our food, garlic and ginger, all of this is used quite a lot. But
Look at it, like we do fasting and stuff. It's like comes in one of the best diets in the
Now
world.
we've
fasting
got
diets.
intimate fasting.
Intimate fasting now. I mean, there was one actor, Wolverine actor. What's his name? Jack Human. Is that
Yes,
his-
Yeah.
yes, yeah.
Human, something
So
like
he
that.
used to do the intermittent fasting too, I think. So I read about that a long time ago.
I never done anything fasting in my life.
It clears all the toxins out of your
I
body.
mean, you've
know.
done Ramadan. It's similar.
The thing is, fasting, there's two types of fasting. Either you're looking fasting for the fat loss or weight loss. A lot of people, a lot of girls, especially women, they go for weight loss, which is not everlasting. You're going to do it for a month or so,
And
then
double
you'll
back.
put it
back
double
on.
back on again. So,
That's why I'm very careful, because I don't want to lose my muscle mass, basically.
so always, I feel like weight loss, don't get, because people sometimes don't understand, especially women. I've seen that in the same field, like, when they say weight loss, they will do anything to lose weight. But
it's
that's
not
not
the
how
way.
it's going to work.
That's the
to
hardest,
fit in the
the
dress,
worst
like, I'm
way.
going to do whatever it takes. It's not a healthy way of doing it, and it's not going to be forever lasting, because you can't maintain that. So still eat, but eat good.
Yes,
You don't have to starve
absolutely.
yourself to kill yourself.
No.
And then that's the worst thing you can do, because you're going to hate it more than you enjoy it. Because then if you're not eating, there's no food, there's no way you're going to be able to, carry on your day-to-day life.
I think being super strict for an average person is not sustainable.
No, absolutely not.
You can't sustain it. So a bit like training, when I said fall in love with the process, same as food, make the food look attractive, make it look good, spend some time on it, and you will enjoy eating it.
I would say just balance everything. Your food, balance it. Have 80% of nice food. Enjoy every weekend. If you fancy, go for a coffee and a cake.
This
Because you can still have a coffee and
the
cake
thing is,
if you want to.
you can do that because obviously you've achieved the results, so it's easier.
Yeah.
But I feel like someone at the start, they all have to sacrifice, lose that fat,
Yeah.
and then after that maintain it.
Yeah.
That's maintaining it. So obviously there's difference, like if you want to maintain your physique or you want to lose it. So if you lose it, maybe go a bit harder at the start. Once you get the results, like when you started it, you were a different body to nowadays.
Absolutely.
Your body can
Yeah.
change like that.
Oh,
'cause
yes. Every year is absolutely
for
changing.
you can eat whatever.
Not
and someone
still,
be like,
still
"She's
not.
eating this."
No, still not. It's still not so
No,
easy
but
for as a female.
I'll get so many clients who be like, "Oh, I've seen you eating this, and you can have it," but you
Oh.
don't see the work you put behind it.
They know the 100% the whole story behind.
But we're all in a
absolutely.
different stage of our fitness journey.
Yeah.
So I might be able to have a balanced diet, but somebody who's starting, who's got like a 3-stone weight loss target in 3 months, might not be able to have a balanced diet to start with.
Yeah.
But once he's achieved that, and then he can maintain that
That's the main thing.
weight at the.
But for my clients, I try to set up meal plans which they're gonna be happy about. They're gonna be like nutrition, fulfill, and they're not gonna crave anything else. And so far, every single client says like, it's amazing. I don't even crave cookies. I always had like literally stack of cookies in my cupboard. I don't need it now because you just set me a balanced diet.
Yeah.
You've got the fats, you've got the carbs, you've got that every second week Saturday, you've got a little day out, and you can eat wherever you want. Obviously, choices are always important in restaurant.
struggle with your clients?
No, I love my clients.
No,
Yeah, I
this-
have
this-
amazing
love our
clients.
Yeah.
They love me. I love
But
them.
the thing is, there's one thing I've seen a lot of people, they come in, especially if they come to fitness, they were like, "Oh, he's a shit client, he's not a good client, whatever," or "This is my favorite." The clients there's nothing good and bad in the client. If
True.
they could do it
Of course.
themselves,
Yeah, but
they
the
wouldn't come to
attitude.
you.
Yeah.
I
So
believe the
you
attitude,
have to,
the
you
work.
can't, and I've seen where people complain about, oh, this client is such a hard work. It doesn't matter what client it is, you gotta,
You have to adapt.
Okay,
Got
but there are
it.
some
True
people
person,
are
yeah.
really that are not nice people.
yeah.
So I literally, please remove them from my life because like I still want to try, I still want to help, but the attitude they're showing me towards other people, gossiping about other people, cheat all the time, trying to lie to me, so they remove themselves from my
You
life.
need to keep that very professional. You see, in
I
my
am.
eyes, you know how it is when you are a personal trainer. They don't come to you just for just to train their body, but it's
Mind,
also their
like
mindset.
100%. That's
You
everything.
need to be a
Like,
motivator.
we
you
all
see.
start with the
You
mind
need to
anyway.
be a motivator. You need to be their friend. You need to be there for
Absolutely,
them.
yeah.
You need to be their life coach.
Yeah, but you need
True,
to be real to them.
absolutely.
If they don't do the work and why I don't lose
I
nothing
think you're
after
the
2 weeks?
strict
I said,
one.
listen,
You need
girl,
to-
how long did it take you to get on fat? 10 years.
strict
Thank you very much.
Some people may be able. They may get motivated in a different way. They
Yes.
might not have like a hardcore, strict sergeant type personal trainer. Sometimes you need to have a conversation with them and find out what is going on in
Of
their
course, you need
life.
to get to know client, how to approach them.
You see, because some of them are really, you need to understand they are mentally weak.
Oh yeah,
You know?
but that's my
That's
goal
why
here to
if they could
support
do it themselves,
to
why
support
would they
them.
need you?
Why would they need you?
So if
Yeah.
they're paying you for something,
They're going through some barriers in life.
Of course,
mental
we all do.
barriers.
You see, nobody speaks about the mental awareness.
Yeah.
And all of us, I'm sure, including myself too, we've been through all of that.
Absolutely,
100%, yeah.
absolutely.
no, I believe one thing: if it doesn't break you, it will only make you
It
stronger.
will never make you.
So it will I feel like if there's things go through life, whatever, don't use an excuse. Let it be to define you and then make you more stronger. Same with like boxing as well. It's not about like how hard you can hit. It's how hard can you take the hit. So that's the way it is.
Yeah.
When that's what defines you. If you can get the hit and you can still go
keep
harder,
going.
that's what it shows like what kind of person you are. Sometimes
Definitely.
people when they get hit they give up and then that's what it
You
breaks
know,
them.
most challenging for me is to see how I feel after losing. And I was losing for the first 2 years. I was losing all the time. And I still come out with a smile. So that was big for me. Not to cry about it, not to go and complain. Oh, that was not fair. The judges are doing no.
Yeah.
And you see
think
that
it's
a
very
lot.
easy to
So-
quit. I think
Yeah.
the easiest decision is to quit
to
and
quit.
move.
So it's like logging the process rather than destination, because the destination can literally put you on the last place.
Yeah.
So if you don't enjoy the process, the whole transformation of the body, the whole thing, how you change everything, how hard you work, that's the whole magic happening there.
Especially like at the top level, everyone's sort of the same level, everyone's sort of the best, but I feel like it all comes to your mental side.
Yeah.
Like whoever's mentally the strongest, they sort of come out victorious.
They will edge it, yeah.
So
Do you have a mentor or coach? Or is he your mentor?
what for the mental side of things, or just
Your boxing,
everything.
yeah.
just everything?
boxing,
yeah.
yeah.
So like in Team GB, we've got about 6-7 like boxing coaches, and then we've got a psych, we've got our doctors and everything. So
Wow,
like
that's bro.
whenever, because loads of people, like when you're at the top level fighting the best, like the mental side sort of affects you, because when you go to the big stage, a lot of people sort of fold. So it's like the psych's job to sort of talk to you and sort of get you mentally prepared for sort of the big event and just keep
Do
you
you
going.
have a same coach every time, or is it because
Same
6
coach?
coaches?
No, same coach. So like it's like
So
6
you-
coaches.
One coach is for you.
Yeah, it's like 6 coaches, but we all work on the same thing. So just whenever one's free, they pull us and we sort of pad this, that. So yeah.
So they are like your mentors.
Yeah,
and,
exactly,
who
exactly.
Keep you motivated
Yeah.
all the time.
It's like in my club coach here in London, he's been my coach since I was about 10 years old.
Oh,
so
wow. Okay.
he's like a father figure. So he's proper strict as well. Like he will
Amazing.
slap me, everything. But
That's
that's,
what
what
you
you
need, right?
need.
Yeah, you do
Exactly.
need that.
This is where I'll try to add from when we started bodybuilding with Team Kalish. Like you see, like all
rest in
you know.
peace.
It's, I don't want to talk about much of it, but
Yeah, it's gone
you know, this
already.
is how was like a father figure when we
yeah.
come to bodybuilding, and I'm
Yes.
sure like he helped
Yeah.
saw us, all of us. Rest in peace. He's not with us anymore, but you know, it's hard to talk about like how life can just change like that, and then see him always there in the gym to
Life
him
is short.
it
driving
was a
us
shock
through.
for all of us.
Yeah.
It was shock for all of us. Like he helped so many people, and I feel like so many people went under him and left him, and then
Yes.
didn't give him the credit. Like it doesn't matter like how far you can go, but like you said, the first coach, it was always the one you actually got you
Forget
into.
who was
Exactly.
there in the beginning with
So
you.
Yeah, exactly.
I will definitely
Absolutely.
like will say like, you know, it's always, you know, respect, and then
Yeah,
remember who
definitely,
actually got you into
absolutely.
it. Never forget about the roots,
No,
because you know
100%.
it's
Like some
know,
people
it's,
just get
very
too big of
strange, though.
themselves, innit?
Yeah.
And just sort of forget where they
Yeah.
came from and just forget the person who's actually helped you. But I feel like you should always like
give
remember
credit
the
to-
first person
and,
that's
you know, if you give love and respect to the people who actually got you into the way you are now,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter like someone helped me more, someone helped me
Yeah.
less,
No,
but
no,
they
no.
all
Every
played their
little
part.
things.
They all
Yeah.
played their part to
Exactly.
be able to where I am. Like I remember when I first competed, I went to see the champ. We used to all call him champ.
Yes.
You know, and he was
Still a
like,
champ.
yeah, he's still a champ. Like he's always gonna be with us. So
You know, he's in the book here.
yeah.
Is
But
he?
that time
Okay.
I was
he
gonna ask you,
alive,
like,
yeah,
you know.
he was alive, of course. And then when it was about to be released, that's when we heard his news. Unfortunately, he passed away.
It was just such a sudden, because I saw him before he went,
Yeah.
and he was like, "Yeah, we're gonna have a session when I come back." This, and it was always the one thing about him is always there for everyone. So
You know, he was writing something about his book, though, yeah? Because he always spoke about it. He always wanted to write a book. But he had so much of knowledge where he used to even tell me if he writes a book, it'll be a big fat one. And he had already, so someone was, I think, helping him. And that's what he said to me. Because when I showed him this book about to come out, And that's what he said to me, that even he's going to get a book.
I
Maybe
think
the
he's
family
left
can
a lot
help
of
and
things.
push it up.
He's
out.
left a lot
It'll
of
be
things
amazing.
unfinished because
Yeah.
he was opening his own gym. as
Jim,
well.
yes.
He was very close to it. It was his dream for a very long time.
This way is like you never know when is your time, but
No, that's
every
why
time
take
you spend,
day by day by
Yeah.
day and just enjoy
obviously
it.
we all remember him in
because-
good ways. So it's just
That's
help
the best
people.
part. That's the best
Yeah.
part.
Do help as many people as you can, and I think that's what rewarding when it comes to us fitness.
Yes.
It's like what it's
It
not
is.
just about like what you do for yourself. It's about what you can do for other people,
and it's the
and how many
impact
people you can
have
help.
on other people's life. Like how many, he's changed a lot of people's lives.
Of course, all of us.
Absolutely.
I had
All of
one
us
client.
sitting in
She
this
was
room.
actually had cancer, and she come to training, and she managed to find out through training that she's got cancer, and she managed to be cancer free. But if she didn't really
Amazing.
come to the gym, so there's so many ways, and she still remembers me like,
Amazing.
you helped me in so many ways. Like you don't realize you can help people, and it can make such a big impact to change their life. Like how Cham done it to us, it changed our life. Same
People
way we
don't,
can pass
people
on
don't
the same
forget
thing.
when you do good for them.
Yeah, so
People
you've just
don't
got to
forget
pass the
that.
legacy, and then just always remember, like it's not all about take; it's about what you give as well.
Yeah,
And if you can give more, you will get more. That's why it is. A lot of people when they just want to achieve everything themselves.
Yeah.
They don't want other people to do good. And when you have that kind of mindset, you're never gonna, be able to stand
I
out.
think one thing about bodybuilding is that's one thing I've noticed. I think majority of the people want everybody to do good.
Of course. Yes.
Not all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
Not
would
all
say
friends are your
majority of
friends,
them.
Yes.
for sure.
I can't relate to boxing because obviously I'm not in your field, but in bodybuilding, we all want each other to do well. Like I want him to do good. I want him to do good. I want her to.
So you go to the stage and stand next to them.
And
then
when
you're
they
like,
do good, when
what
they
do I
do
need to
good-
be?
No, but the thing is, it pushes
Yeah.
you because one day I'm going to be standing next to him and I want to beat him,
Yeah.
and I will beat him. That's on record. Yeah, I will beat him one day.
Where's his ice cream? It's probably still dreaming.
Listen, but listen,
Where's the ice cream going?
He
I
probably
think he's still
beat me
dreaming.
10 times before that, but I'll beat him
That
once.
once.
It's like Jay Cutler. He tried to beat Ronnie Coleman so many times.
Yeah.
He failed, but eventually he succeeded, and everybody remembers Jay Cutler for the person that beat Ronnie Coleman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sahib, do you have a mentor?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Not anymore because he's in coma at the moment.
Okay.
So yes,
Sorry.
I did have the one we used to work with before, and I miss him a lot. He is the one who
Big
mentally
feeling.
made me really strong.
Okay. Is
And
that your
it's
friend?
been, I think, 5.5 to 6 years now. He's been in coma now.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
Unfortunately, yes, yeah.
Wow.
But he's the one who, he used to push me a lot. Oh my God. He taught me, so we had a floor and it was a sales team and of at least about 36 people. And handling that sales team was not easy. The way how he taught me is I could handle everything. I didn't need to shout. I didn't need to say anything. All is the way how you control people with your words. You don't have to shout. You don't have to get angry.
No.
Yeah, it's
It
the
won't
words that
work
come out of
anyway.
your mouth. The words that come out of your mouth can make someone's life and shake someone's life.
Yeah.
You know.
You can stab someone with your mouth.
Yeah.
Your words
tongue
can
is
make
like
such a big impact to
AK-47,
someone's
yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Like,
You need to be careful as well.
Yeah. So he was
Okay.
my mentor and everything. All my inspiration comes from him. And even if you see the book now, I mean. I know people pay a lot of money for diets and workouts and everything, but everything that you see in there, all the diets I've given, weekly diets, I've even put down.
So what would you say?
vegan
Like
diets.
this book is just to get someone who's watching or looking at.
So even
Who's
any
this book
Who's
for?
the target audience for the book?
Yeah.
everyone, every commoner to a bodybuilder, people like yourself, me, all of us who've been on stage. Because look, we are not on the level of Olympia. Yeah, but we've still made something out of our life. Okay, and we always dreamt of going on stage. We did that. Okay, we've achieved whatever trophies we wanted to. We've got the 6-packs that we wanted to get, and inshallah, in future, I expect you to work for your pro card, which I strongly
Inshallah.
believe in that
Yeah.
you will. You see,
Inshallah. All of us.
maybe I won't go for that, but I believe you will, and I have that confidence in what you will achieve, inshallah.
Inshallah.
But the same way about the book is, it's for everyone. Someone who doesn't want to go to the gym, someone who feels demotivated, someone who just when you read the first page, the awakening,
Yeah.
it'll make you stand up and go to the gym. It's just the way how I've written it.
Amazing.
I put all my heart into it. Someone who's too lazy, or someone who's really motivated, someone who wants to see results or hasn't been seeing results for the past 6 weeks or 8 weeks or 1 year or 2 years. Sometimes, Jay, how it is you could be sitting there in one room, or you have not seen any sort of results, just an example, and you read something and it just changes your whole mindset.
Clicks,
Sometimes
it
one
just
sentence
clicks.
can change everything.
I know
It
what you
just
mean.
clicks,
Does.
and then you just think, oh wow, I need to try it now. I need to go out there. Unless and until you don't go out there and try it,
Yeah, that's nothing.
it's not going to come in a plate for
never.
you,
No, you need to
You
go
know?
out and
I always wanted to, maybe I'm a black sheep in my family. I always wanted to do all the weirdest things.
that's good. Make you
All
special,
the
man.
weirdest things.
Even the book for you to come out, it was
Yeah.
so random.
Yeah.
Like, it was
You
just
see
like,
our friend, our
from
group
our
of
circle,
friends, from our circle.
always come
You
up
guys
with
must have
something.
thought, oh, this guy is crazy. What's he talking about now, right?
It's
I'm
always
sure you did. Some of
It's
you
something
did.
different. I admit I did.
Yeah.
It's always something different from you. You can never
The thing
expect
is-
what is he gonna come up with. It's like
I didn't expect somebody from our circle to obviously write a book. It's a massive achievement. So
Yeah,
for me,
congratulations.
absolutely.
Congratulations.
This would have been a massive achievement for all of us. So well done. I have another question
Go
from earlier. You guys were talking about being in old school, writing a book. Is there something in the future where they can have it online, or maybe an audio book or something like that?
Yes, I'm working on
You've
that.
got that,
So
yeah.
hopefully in another 6 months or so, the audiobook should be.
So you're not completely old school. So you have
We need to follow. We need to follow the
gotta
21st
update
you have to
yourself.
follow the trend,
you have
right?
to keep
I
up
have
with
to
the trend.
update
No, but
myself.
it
Yeah.
will be good. So everybody, some people, I personally, I'm not a big reader, but
Yeah.
I love audiobooks.
But you love to
I
listen.
love listening
Yes.
to it, especially
Yes.
when I'm driving or doing something. I'm not a big music listener, if that's what you call it. So podcast, something like this, or
So would you
audiobooks.
don't listen to music when you train?
I
Would you?
don't. I don't listen to music when I'm training now.
Okay.
I train with silence. I'm probably the only person that trains in silence.
Probably.
What about you two?
He's not.
I love music. I
I
live
train
with
with him
music.
most of the time,
or like
but
if I'm going
I've
on a
never
hard
had
run,
music
I would
on.
say sort of motivational speeches. Like if I'm doing a 1K full out, I'll listen to motivational speeches and just sort of keep going. But on a normal day, yeah, music just keeps you calm, keeps you relaxed, especially going into a fight.
keeps you-
Just
makes you feel
focused.
focused
Then
a
I,
bit.
yeah.
Like I said, I think I'm the only person in the world that.
yeah, but you say that he's normally when I'm training with him, and sometimes he has someone on the phone or
Oh.
Yeah.
he's talking to someone, so it's always a
multitasking.
You can't say he's silence. That's no silence. Though.
But they are not. Those calls are not by choice.
But you chose to answer.
Sometimes I don't have a choice but to answer.
Guess it's whatever works for you, innit? So,
Yeah, I think it's worked so far, so I wouldn't recommend it to other people.
But we are one of those guys who keep our phones with us when we are training.
Yeah,
I do
do.
as well.
Yeah.
So it's my choice to pick up the phone or not.
You
So,
know, there's someone used to be in the gym. It's like no phones allowed, and then
Oh yeah. There are some people, who are very
Yeah.
very
strict about
militant.
this.
Like no phone.
Look,
like big man Javid.
Oh, David never.
Yeah, he
I always
wraps
put
it up
it
in his
in the
bag and he
locker.
puts it on the side and then he
look, for
trains.
the bodybuilders, I can't relate to boxers again, but for the bodybuilders, we have different training methods. So if your training method requires you to have a 1 minute or 2 minutes rest between sets, like it's okay to go on your phone.
Yeah,
for
of
that
course,
1
it's
minute.
up
You're
to
resting
you.
anyway.
And I don't like people who
Don't go on
judge
TikTok
you
and
for it.
start
Oh, you're
scrolling
not
and then
training.
you
Yeah,
just like-
yeah, as long
not
as it's 1
serious.
minute.
Yeah.
You don't scroll
But the same
for
people,
hours.
like if I don't have headphones, someone come up to me on my 1 minute.
And they start talking.
Yeah, and
It
they
just
start
takes
talking
forever.
to you, and I just walk away and I start doing my thing because I'm not gonna waste my 5 minutes.
How do
you
you
know.
tackle it? Don't you, like, I find that sometimes rude, like, to walk away from people, especially if
I'm
you're
nicely
working
rude.
that same gym.
I'm nicely
That's the
rude.
You're
that's the best
nice.
way.
I'm smiling and I'm walking away. I
So
mean,
do
you
you
need
say
to do.
anything, or do you just like?
No, I say I need to carry
training.
on. I just need to
Okay.
carry on. That's it. So I do what I need to do because I know I do. I need to do what I need to do. Simple. So
I
if
used to have
someone
a
find it
t-shirt-
rude,
I used to have a
it's
t-shirt
not my
before
friend.
that I used to wear a lot in the gym. I can't say the word on the mic, but shut the up
Yeah.
and train.
Yeah.
I used to say that.
Yeah.
And a lot of people wouldn't approach me. This was in the old gym.
Yeah, but you
and
see
complain.
all those people who constantly chat and talk in the gym, they look exactly the same for 4 years.
Sometimes
So simply
I
it doesn't work,
I haven't
talking so
attempted
much,
it
innit?
yet, but I feel like getting really big headphones where they have nothing playing inside
Yeah.
it, But for people to see
Yeah.
that I'm listening to
Yeah.
something,
Just to avoid you.
Yeah, I just learned from my friend. He does that. He say I never listen music. I just have my headphones on.
But I think the headphones won't change anyone if wants to. If they see you, they want to come talk to you. They will
Yeah.
come
Especially our gym, right? Everyone shakes hand.
I think
with
no,
everyone.
but I love that about our gym
Yeah,
as well. And
yeah.
it's such a close
It's a community. It's amazing to
and
have that.
everybody knows everyone, and it makes you want to go there every day.
Yeah,
because
even you feel.
it's-
Yeah,
Sometimes it doesn't even feel like a gym. Sometimes it feels like I'm catching up with my friends.
True.
absolutely.
As long as I train for that 1 hour and it's training, or sometimes what me and Harris do, we go to different gyms.
Yeah,
we escape from that.
He loves doing that, I
friendship
know.
Circle.
Yes.
I'm
And we
starting
train
doing
at different
that now.
gym.
Gym tours. I think it's just
Nobody knows us, and we just train.
Yeah.
But
But it's
somehow-
amazing, right? I mean, you get that experience in different gyms everywhere.
When
Every
you go
country he
different
goes
gyms,
to.
it's just a different mindset. It just keeps you. It's like a different playground.
I have
Exactly.
I feel like
Yeah,
different
same
playground.
time, it's a different
it just
playground.
keeps me. I like it because
Yeah.
it's different playground, different scenario.
But then
like,
you meet another people who can inspire you as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
So
I
that's
have
it's
an
all.
interesting question for Harris. How many gyms have you been to in your life?
Yeah, go on. I wanted to know that too.
I don't know. I've
And
been
you
to
never
pretty
get
much
bored.
No,
everyone.
give us a rough number.
You know the one thing.
100?
You should ask me what's my favorite gym. I would say.
Go on.
Okay.
Okay, what's your favorite gym?
gym?
Okay.
Probably.
Go on
You
then.
know which one is.
Dubai.
I went to
No,
No, I actually preferred Oxygen more.
I never. I
Okay.
haven't been
Oxygen in Abu
The one
Dhabi.
in Kuwait or
Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi? Okay.
The gym itself is so big, but I was surprised there's only men-only gym. Women's not allowed there.
Yeah,
Is
it
it?
is.
Women not allowed there. I was like,
That's
a bit-
nice.
that's not nice.
Maybe that's why it's such a good gym.
Hey.
no distraction. There's no distraction. like
Okay,
you go
okay,
there.
okay.
No, but it's a
I know
a
what you mean.
compliment.
Some girls are
You can't
really
get
coming out
distracted
of the
in
way
this.
to look
And
a
I
certain
think that's
way.
probably what is. A lot of people you come in, they come to gym for the show now, just to take selfies
Oh,
or
yeah.
take pictures, but not
Yeah.
really to train.
No.
And that kind of can really, and then you have tripods everywhere. I don't have anything against it,
Yeah.
but just be more mindful of people are training as well, not put
Absolutely.
everything and then use and abuse it. Like,
Yeah.
or have to record everything you want to do every day. It's too draining. for
Yeah,
someone
it's
to
too
do
much.
that.
You
So-
don't do that?
No, I'm saying like it's good to do it, but not do too much.
Not
like,
everything,
Being
every
everything,
set.
like,
you can
you
get
Be
one or
mindful
two
to other
clips
people.
in.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you gotta show your work about what you don't have to record every set, every rep you're doing.
Of course,
yeah.
Follow the cameras around and then not being mindful of what people are training behind it. And then,
And you know what I've noticed? Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right, but those are the people that don't look the best.
Yeah.
Usually.
I mean, I mean, the people that actually want to train, they're serious, they're focused, they're locked in.
Of course, yeah.
So yeah, a lot of t-shirt on hoodies.
You don't have time
That's what
for
I
it.
do.
They're not
No, I do that
editing
because
oversize, yeah.
I focus on that. I don't focus on
They're
showing
not
off my
editing
body. It
constantly
does make a
24/7,
difference.
adjusting the camera because, you, like I said earlier, you only have 1 minute to rest.
Yeah.
It's 60 seconds. By the time you change weights and stuff like that, that's 6 seconds over. So where do you get the time to move your camera, adjust your
So
angles?
those people are not too serious, obviously. You know, when you're
I
dressing
think
up,
it's
just to show
social
off,
media
it's
has changed a lot
Yeah,
of
it
perspective
does
on
affect
everything you do.
so much.
You just want to
even
be
for
out
your,
there,
for
yeah.
your boxing as well. Like
100%.
is the more you talk,
Yeah.
the better you're
Yeah,
gonna
definitely.
bring all the money coming into
Yeah.
it. So it's like social media is everyone wants to hype it up, not to actually do what it needs to be done.
Yeah.
It's just for the show, and that's what it's becoming.
Yeah, I found it like my job is to do with my clients, female clients, to make them understand what they see on the media. Instagram is not all real. So I even undress and I show them my posture like this, flexing, how quickly I can change my like look. And do not believe everything you see because I've got female clients send me 4 weeks booty transformation. It's like ridiculous, and they like mature women. So that's my game, like trying to make the female understand it's not real. Not everything is real.
I've got one
I try
question
to
for all
I
of
try
you,
to
yeah?
stay
I
very
have
genuine.
a story related to
Go
that.
on. Then I'll ask
Quick
this
one.
question.
Sorry. I had a client come to me once, and we sat down and we were discussing their goals. So I was like, "So, what is your goal? What is your target?" And he says, "I want to be somewhere between Vin Diesel and The Rock."
Awesome.
So I was so the reason why I said that story is that the goals needs to be realistic.
Absolutely.
What you said, the
Yes.
Instagram
It's-
stuff like that. I'm not saying
I'm not saying
Instagram is
everything, not
unrealistic.
because I'm very genuine, very honest.
Yeah, but
So,
Yeah, if you want to be between Vin Diesel and The Rock, maybe I'm not
Maybe
the
you should
person
keep
to-
dreaming.
It depends what you using Instagram for. Are you
Yeah.
using it for your business or you just
Most of it
using
business,
it
but I also show my little like life.
you gotta-
just
that's
very
your
basic.
business.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
people
yeah.
come
so I'm
and
very
see you-
generous. So someone asked me to, can you post that thing from 2 weeks? No, I don't do that. I do current things.
Yeah.
So when it comes time, I do again video with that perfume, so I can show it again. But I don't go back. Like I do throwbacks from last year, 2 years.
Yeah.
So I say, but I never kind of copy the same thing from last week. 2 months ago because I look better. I'm very realistic, and I'll try
Fair
to.
enough.
I hope everyone can do the same.
That's how you got to be.
Yeah.
So all of you, yeah, including yourself in boxing,
Mhm.
because obviously we go on stage, we pose. Where did you guys learn your posing from, and where did you learn your style of boxing from?
My living room.
Who's going first?
Honestly,
So I had a first ever posing session with somebody called Craig.
Oh, yes.
you know,
Craig.
Yes, Craig,
yeah.
yes.
Oh, he doesn't
yes.
train with us anymore. I think.
He's
Yeah,
not
he hasn't been
in the
around.
same gym with us. Wherever he is,
Yeah.
I hope he's well.
Yes.
He is well. Yes.
Yeah, I had a session with him once. He showed me very basic, and then I took that and a lot of YouTube videos, seeing the pros and the stage presence and how they, like everything from their smile to their body to the angles, and then practice.
Yeah, practice.
That's it.
practice,
So it
practice.
took me about one session
It's
to
about
learn.
is how much you do it, and then how like I wouldn't say I'll learn it from one person. Everyone tells me that do this angle looks good,
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
you know, you do
100%.
this
Yeah.
or do that.
It
Try
can
to
be
make sure
overwhelming,
like whatever
actually.
can, you know,
Yeah.
like I will always go ask someone like, oh, what do you think about how it's looking if I'm ready for a show? Because everyone can have a different opinion, so that can actually. I'd rather be more critical, like, oh yeah, tell me something which doesn't look good, so then I can improve that. So
Yeah.
it's
But you need to make sure you ask the right people, because people who like doesn't compete and not in that.
yeah. I
and
wouldn't
that-
go and
they
waste
will always
time.
say you're
No.
amazing.
Why would I go ask them
You're ready.
for
So
the
And then you
show
go-
if they're not even?
one more thing,
Yeah.
with Kalish, whose name is actually Mikhail. We prep for the same show together once. It was British finals. We prep for 2 months. So I would go 4 o'clock in the morning, pick him up from his house. We'd go to Pure Gym for like 4:30, 5 o'clock. We will do a touch-up training, and then we will do posing because usually Pure Gym have a studio with very big mirrors, and obviously
Yeah.
you all know posing. Yeah, you need the mirrors, and he would obviously like he said, adjust that bit, keep your shoulders straight, because you always need, even though you have a mirror, but you need that third eye,
Of
Yes.
course, you
an
do.
extra
Of
eye,
course, yes.
and he can do that for me. You can do that for me. She can do that for me. In our gym, we have a small community, a lot of competitors, and everybody has that eye. So yeah, he's right. We've always learned from everybody, but there's that one or two people who I would say.
I think
gives
in
you that
West London,
foundation.
our gym is the only one, I think so, if I'm not mistaken, one of the best where a lot of competitors go on
Yes,
stage.
we do have a lot. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
quite a lot.
I think I would agree with that. Yeah.
Where does your style come from?
I feel like with boxing it's completely different. Like you can't really practice posing or whatever because it's just
Obviously,
southpaw
yeah,
orthodox.
yeah.
But you can work on your stance and whatever. But even then, you can watch different fighters, learn a few things. But once you're in the ring, you've got to sort of be yourself and
Be
can't really
yourself.
copy others
Yes.
too much.
Is it natural, or do you want like southpaw or orthodox? Is that something naturally that comes to you, or something
It's
you
more
prefer?
natural. So usually they say if you're left-handed, you've got to be southpaw. So you've got to have your right foot in front, and if you're right-handed, you've got to have your left foot in front. But I'm right-handed and southpaw, so it's just you can work on it. To be fair, but a lot of it is just natural. Whatever you feel like you're comfortable.
Growing up, which one did you prefer to?
Southpaw. So I was always
It's
a
more
southpaw.
attractive,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah. So people prefer southpaw. They say it's more like slick, more slippery, and that.
Is
but-
that what Floyd Mayweather was?
Nah, Floyd was orthodox.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Floyd
Oh.
was orthodox, but southpaw right now is like Javante Davis,
Okay.
Shakur Stevenson, Usyk, all them lot.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
Who's your hero?
or hero in boxing,
Yes.
probably Muhammad Ali. Yeah,
Everyone, right?
Yeah, I think
just
his
the
hero
best.
in many ways, not
Yeah.
just in
So
boxing.
who you inspired by now? Like who you looking up like, or your favorite at the moment right now?
There's quite a few to be fair, but I feel like I don't really look up to them, but I sort of just watch them and sort of just the way they are and
It's
stuff
not
like
the
that.
same
Because
standard.
you're
Yeah.
gonna be
is it?
different.
No, it's
You can't
Not
be
the
the
Muhammad
same.
Ali or Mike
Yeah,
Tyson era.
exactly. No one's really
No,
the same nowadays.
It's like,
but-
oh, you will like you take it as like, oh, I want to fight this person. It's
Yeah.
my dream. Or
Yeah.
like people was doing anything to fight Mayweather just for the name. Like I want to go and get this. You know, you have
it's
that
like
idol.
us
Like
saying,
I want to compete with someone. I
with
don't know.
like Ryan Terry. I want to share stage with him.
Yeah.
So it's
Like,
just,
Yeah,
would you
probably if I was like to sort of compete with someone in a few years when I'm up there, probably someone like Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney. They're like my weight, so they're the guys I sort of look up to because it's like one day I
this is
want to
what I was
beat them.
asking,
Yeah,
yeah.
so it's like probably the ones my weight, like Javonte Davis, Ryan Garcia, and that because it's like I look up to them, but I want to beat them one day. So
Yeah.
Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
you will.
so,
Inshallah. I hope you do.
it's still there? Might be
Anything
retired.
else, guys? What?
So just to finish it,
Before you, do you guys have any message for the audience, especially the young ones?
I would say don't. When you're trying to start a bodybuilding gym, whatever, don't count on anyone else, just you. End of the day, you're just by yourself. So you've got the people surround you,
you
help
versus
you.
you. Yeah.
It's you versus you. So if you don't set your mindset to be by yourself and be driven by yourself, you'll be in trouble probably. So from the beginning, I appreciate Stefano who got me in bodybuilding, Michael and Vakas, they helped me out. They trained me for the 2 months. But when I went home, I was by myself.
Yeah.
So that's why I keep
No one can
myself.
do it for you.
Remember, don't count on them. You by yourself. So no one's gonna ask you to go and wake up and go to the cardio, eat the chicken again with veg. So yeah, just count on yourself and have that self drive.
What's your Instagram again, if you want to tell the audience?
My train with EVPT.
Train with
EVPT.
EVPT.
My
So if you're
website,
not following
Train with
her,
EV.
make sure you follow her on Instagram.
Yeah, you can have a look at the website Train with EV as well, which is like freshly done as well.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's really good. Patrice,
Yeah.
anything to the young boxers?
I think one of you said it earlier. Just don't wish for it and work for it. So
Absolutely.
just get up every day, train hard. As long as you give it 100%, you'll see like boxing, even just training in general, can change everyone's life in different ways. So
Yeah.
just don't wish for it and work for it.
Guys, make sure you follow him too. And your Instagram is?
Patrice.ldn.
Jay? Anything for the audience?
Yeah. So what I have experienced in my journey is when people start training initially, or if they want to get a trainer and they don't have the knowledge or the motivation, there are two big factors that comes into play. And I would say if anybody is starting new into not personal training, sorry, just training in general, and if they want to get a head start, they can get in some sort of materials like your book or anything online, or get a coach. It will just give them that head start rather than going into the gym, making mistakes, injuring themselves, and then going 10 steps backwards, because it is possible. It's
course.
possible to go backwards rather than going forward. So get some sort of help. I'm not saying this because I want his book to sell. His book will sell itself. It's a very good
Inshallah.
book. But yeah, get help, get a head start, and get the right help, most importantly.
And your Instagram, lastly?
Is jkfitness.pt.
jkfitness.pt.
Yes.
Guys, make
Lot
sure you
PTs
follow
over
that
there.
too.
Yeah, we have a lot of PTs.
A lot of PTs that we're gonna have
Yeah.
similar.
Harris, yourself?
Yeah, we'll just probably just add this, like, whatever you guys do, just remember you can't outwork the bad diet. Same thing with the book. Go through the diet is such a key. You're coming in, you want to lose weight, you want to gain weight, you want to compete. It's all down to the diet.
It's 80%.
So if you coming in and then you want to start something, you want to see results, don't be them people who've been training for a year and look the same. So like, you know, you get so many people and then they get demotivated. Like, oh, I'm not seeing results. You cannot get results if you not fix the diet. So diet is the key. So don't forget that. And yeah, just anything like Jay said, and we all hear, like, get someone to help you at the start. It's like if you're trying to learn a car, you're not gonna you're not gonna learn it from YouTube, or you have to have someone to teach you, or you're not gonna learn it from the books. You have to have someone to guide you. So get someone to help you for first few weeks. It doesn't matter who you go, anyone who can help you, or get a personal trainer or a coach to keep you going. And then so once you learn it, you know what to do. You're not gonna injure yourself. You know what to eat, what to train, so you'll have a better schedule. So I would say, like, definitely focus on your diet to just carry on, have a look, read through the book, use the motivation, whatever you need. But focus on the diet and what you can, and then get someone to help you, and then just keep going. For anything else, if you can, we all are PTs giving Instagrams. Mine is teamharris.pt. You can either ask us, any of us, even if you need
always
any help.
answer, right?
we help
Make
you
sure, guys, follow all of these guys. It'll be really helpful for all of you because they're all experts in their own game. Patrice is amazing in the way how he boxes, and hopefully, inshallah, in the next year or two, we'll see him as a pro.
Inshallah.
Yeah, and Evie is there. She's there to help all the, not just the ladies,
Inspiring the
but
girls.
Not just
male.
ladies.
It's
Yes,
just a lady.
but,
everyone, you
have
know.
them
Keep it
on.
open.
Yeah.
Then we have these two champions here. Make sure buy the book. I think it's already there on Amazon, so you can go and put it onto your favorite list.
Yes,
think
yes.
you can
yes.
save it, right?
Yes, you can save it now.
I don't know if you can pre-order, but it's there on all. I think it's launched on 40,000 different platforms, including Amazon. But I think Amazon is the one that we use quite a lot. So it should be
Congratulations
there.
again, man.
Thank you so much. So you'll find it
Amazing.
in Kindle. If people read on their iPads and their screens, you have paperback, which.
So why is it, just what you add up, why is it 10th December you decided to release the book? Is there any certain date?
So it was supposed to be released on the 19th of October.
I remember you were saying it like to just,
Yes, unfortunately there were delays and I had to change a few things. I haven't tried because obviously Michael passed away after that too. I tried even making changes in December is the final date
is
now.
the final date set?
Yes,
So
inshallah.
everyone can wait for that.
It will happen. It will happen now.
I need to make that happen now. So this is the hardback with your hardcover, and this is the paperback.
And how much they can find it for? If
So this one will be available for $19.99, and this will be available for hardback $24.99. And I
But
think
it's the same thing, isn't it?
yeah, it's the same thing. Some people who have libraries like myself, as I said, I'm a little bit old school in that I like to buy hardbacks so I can keep them, and some people just prefer paperbacks when they're traveling.
Yeah,
Or it's easier, to just slide it into your bag.
It's good that
but
you
it
catered
just-
for both of them.
Yeah. And hopefully you guys like it.
I would
But
love it,
it'll
I'm sure.
definitely help you and all our audience a lot. Put a lot of hard work into this, a lot of hours. It'll give you a knowledge about a lot of things that
Especially
you guys
for
don't
someone
know.
who's just
just starting out.
starting up,
especially,
just give them
just starting out.
a structure, what
Yes,
to follow, and
yes,
then what people
100%.
they can look up to and how they can achieve their goals. Yeah, so it's just not about gym or fitness; it's about your life as well.
Absolutely.
So we're not just here to. We're all learning from each other. So
Of course.
just
And remember, whatever you think here is achievable.
Everything
You
is
need to sound a
possible,
little bit
literally.
crazy. You need to be a little bit insane for someone else to. So your vision cannot be, it shouldn't be easily accepted by me. It should be a crazy vision. And that's when you are on a different level, I mean, you're not thinking like a normal person.
Yeah.
And that's how you achieve
I'll
things.
say if that dream
that's-
doesn't
and-
scare you, it's not big enough.
And I think that's how you enter that 5% bracket.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
but
and
just don't complicate yourself as well. Keep it simple.
Yeah, keep it
Because
simple,
is
absolutely.
the best
And
thing.
don't
Last
choose
thing.
As
10
long
things
as
in the same
you know
time.
what you're doing, the outside world can find you complicated. But as
Yeah.
long as inside your head, you have
But
you have
from
a plan.
experience, I know that you cannot put 100% in like 2, 3, 4 things, dreams. Once you focus on one, you give it all and it works, and you become here. Because if you give 80% here, 70 here,
Won't work.
it's no
you can't
point.
even do 99%.
Exactly.
It has to be 100%.
So that's why when I focus on my competition, I'm 100% there, 200%.
do everything with passion or nothing at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah?
Because
everything that you do, you have to put in all your
heart, all the
efforts,
mind,
everything.
and you need to dedicate it because it's hard. Wherever great is hard, so you need to push
Especially
yourself.
the times we are living in, things hard for everyone.
It's getting harder.
So you need to have some kind of reward thing. It's not just going on holidays, it's just a reward. Gym itself can be something you can do on a daily basis and then to make you feel better. So just keep it simple and keep grinding.
Just have a
Grind never
gratitude
stops.
also for everything you already have.
Be
That's-
thankful to God for every single thing. That
because
happens.
without
Whether
that,
it be a
like
good day
we
or a
don't
bad day,
draw much
you have
more
to.
to us. So we need to be very thankful, grateful
Absolutely.
already
That we're still
what
here.
we did,
Yeah.
and then more is coming to you.
Absolutely. But guys, thank you so much.
Well, thank you so
Patrice.
much for having us.
For
It
having
was the
us,
first
yeah.
time we ever spoke and you came down. Thank you. I know all of these guys, so they
Yeah.
came for me, but especially you, then Evie, Jay, Harris.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for inviting.
So you guys are the part of
Maybe
my
we'll get more
first
podcasts.
podcast.
Amazing.
Oh yeah, there are going to be more.
Yeah.
There's gonna
Let's
be
do
more.
some more. I love it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love it.
But thank you so much for this.
Thank you.
Thank you.